Greetings, Jideh from Shieldrum Records in France. Today a review for a new sample pack, a drum sample pack called One Drop. A sample pack released by Dubmix. So by the way, a big thanks to Dubmix for sending me this sample pack over for review. Today I will more focus on Ableton side. So what's in the folder? As I said, we have the Ableton file and Logic file. We have a MIDI short loop of one drop and some extra. So that's a great thing. In the extra, you have some photos and some sound example. Let's play one. Okay, some drum roll on this one and a loop on the other one. Okay, in the extras folder, we have also the UFO sample pack. So you have several samples. I think there is 16 because I built my own drum rack with it. So we'll talk later about it. So this is the bonus. And beside all this, you have all the samples processed and the unprocessed sample pack in case you want to do your own process. So let's hear an example of how a one drop beat sounds. From the 60, we have those type of beats. And then at the end of the 60, early 70, we have those kind of one drop. Okay. And at the same period, a bit later, we have a different kind. And this is where I was saying this is a one drop sample pack, but not only for one drop beats, because we have also some kind of stepper beat which have been built in the 70s, give something like that. So this is another type of beat. Let's have a look to the Ableton DrumRack contained in the sample pack. So we have a layout for drum. I don't know which drum map it is, but I know this is a drum map. It don't fit exactly to my DTX, but some of them fit. So what I did, I built my own one just by moving some cells. To explain you, for example, if my rim shot is not on that spot, I take the rim shot and I drop it on the right spot, which fit to my DTX. Let's go for a short demo of the macro I made on the drum rack, and then I will talk about it. Okay, let's break down how the macro are linked. For example, for the pitch, I took a cell with the snare and I go on this tab called pitch, and on pitch I have the transposition. So I map transposition to the macro one here. To map it, right click, map to pitch or map to macro one. And then when you do this, you can right click again, and the function is called map to sibling. It don't appear here because I already made this map to sibling. All of the samplers into the drum rack will be linked transposition to the macro one called pitch now. Okay, so after it, I go into the map section, and in the map section, I made it to go from a minus 12 semitone to plus 12 semitone. That way I stay into a usable spectrum for this pitch. And for all other parameters, I did the same way. For example, for the ADSR, I didn't put the A because these are drum and I don't need to mess with the A. But decay, sustain, and release, I did same way. Map to the macro knob and then right-click again and map to Sibling. Here you can see copy value to Sibling because one of the drum rack, I removed the decay release. I think this is the kick. Yes, as you can hear, when the decay is at its minimum, the kick still sick because on the kick I unmap decay, release, and sustain. This could be great when you do some beats, sometime to shorter all the drums. Okay, it can be cool to do it, so I exaggerate the tuning of it, but just to explain, that's a good idea to have it under the hand. The pitch, of course, not always for drastic effect, -12, but sometimes just 1 plus or 1 minus is okay too. Let's listen. The next tip will explain you why I did this drum rack. First, you do it on the drum rack which fit to your own drum map of your studio or your MPC pad or your drum. So first, you fit your drum map by moving the cells. You assign all the macros to all the samplers. By the way, I did several mapping of it. I have another mapping called the Atom mapping. It refers to a controller I have called Atom. And what I did a layout. So I have my raw layout. You can see on the screen actually what is lighted up. Okay, so I have kick, and I have the side stick. Here I have a kick and a side stick, more easy to play the one drop. Okay, hi-hat, open hi-hat, cymbals, and the tom. Okay. And above it, we have also. Okay, so sometimes I use this layout to play my beats. So I have this specific layout for this Atom. Now that we see how we set or personalize our own drum rack, let's go on the next technique. So you create one MIDI track, and then you go into your drum rack, and you select the family of elements you need. For example, here I color code the kick and hi-hats and snare, etc. So I take all my hi-hats. I click the first one and shift-click the last one. Then I select them on the left. This is very important, or it don't select, and you hold Control. Now on the new track, you have only the elements you selected at the same spot, and also a MIDI file which contains only the cymbal hits, because I take all the cymbals and hi-hat. So you do this as many times as you need to isolate some drums. For example, on my side, I just isolate kick, all the cymbals, and snare toms on several drum racks. If I need to process more the snares and the tom, I will group them in the drum rack and process them accordingly too. So using just 3 drum bus, it's more easy for me on the analog console after it. So now you will select all your bus and assign the input to the MIDI track you just create. So for me, it's the DTX drum already done. And we have to select all of them and put them on the input monitoring. That way, the track is not listening to this track, isolated track, but listening to your single instrument. And this is how in just one take you can have a live play recorded into separated files. If you need further edition, that's the right technique. You do your layout, and when you need to work with the drum, you open the same layout. So next, I have a Synar track where I put some UFO sample. You remember the samples which were into the extra folder? So let me play my loop, a simple loop. Now let's set up everything and make a few mix on the analog desk and effects. Don't forget to check out JM Kane on YouTube and on BeatStars to check the sample pack. He also delivers some dub stems so you can have complete track in stems to mix. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And yes, go check it out. Big sound.